Hey guys, I'm out here with an old friend. This Olympus RC. Oh, sorry, Olympus 35 RC. I've had this camera for a long time, and actually it's probably my first rangefinder that I bought in Japan. And yeah, sometimes I take it out for night photos because actually it's very easy and convenient to shoot at night. It's super light. Attached to the tripod, and yeah, it makes for great night photos. So I've shot this shot before with the same camera, but it was in the daytime, and I love it because the kind of diamonds on the road are really cool. And in the background is the new Shibuya stream. I just tried an exposure at f/22, which the Olympus 35 RC goes up to or closes down to. Anyways, and the reason being is it's got a 4-leaf shutter, and when it gets sun stars, it makes a really cool kind of crisscross pattern. So I wanted to try to close it way down, do like a 14-second exposure, and see how that turned out. So yeah, anyways, let's check it out. Let's talk about the Olympus. The rangefinder has a pretty short focus throw, which is really nice. Good for street. It's very small. It's lightweight, and it fits in my hands pretty nicely. It's easy to focus. The only thing is sometimes I'll put my finger in front of the lens when I'm shooting, which is not fun. It's got pretty nice build quality, nice dials. The rangefinder patch is pretty small, and on my copy it's a little bit hard to see. But like right now I can line it up with the edge of that lens okay. Next we can talk about the lens. The lens on it is really nice. I've even seen some people say it's as sharp as like a Leica lens or something. I disagree with that, but I think at 5.6 to 11 it's super sharp, and it looks quite nice. If you go below that into the 4 and 2.8, which is its maximum opening aperture, it can get pretty soft at night. It can get soft in the daytime, but I think it's a pretty, like, it doesn't have that much character. It's a good lens for shooting the type of photography that I shoot. Lots of buildings, lots of street corners. It works well for that. So yeah, so it's a 42 millimeter. It's not 50, which I usually shoot, but I kind of like that, in between 35, in between 50. I think it's a great kind of focal length. I bought this camera for around $100, and I think maybe the person said that the meter doesn't work, but it does. So that's another thing. Let's get into metering. The metering, it's got like an aperture priority kind of meter on it. Basically, you set the aperture, the speed is what is being controlled. So anywhere from 500 down to 15. Now, I never really had that much luck with that. And so this camera is where I really started learning how to shoot Sunny 16. There's a battery in this. I'd never turn it to auto. In fact, it might be dead. I have no idea. But I really learned Sunny 16 on this camera. And which really gave me the confidence to buy an M2, a Leica M2, because it doesn't have a meter, and I was so used to shooting this and getting good enough results, or results that I thought were most of the time fine, that yeah, I just went ahead and got that camera. The shutter speed, like I said, is 500 to 15, and then bulb, which is what we're shooting tonight. It's got a little frame counter here, which is pretty nice. And yeah, like I said, overall it's a great camera. The only problem about this camera, I hate to say this, but it's really consistent. When I load up Portra, like any Portra, it usually catches the film spool fine and does a great job. If I load up like the cheaper film, a lot of times when I load this up and wind it the first time, it will rip through the spool, or the sprocket hole side. And you know, it's never stopped me from shooting the roll. Sometimes I've had to like cut it and feed it back in. So it does do that sometimes. But other than that, I've had no problems with it. You know, for $100 rangefinder with a pretty good lens, it's great. Yeah, anyways, let's keep going. What's funny is, I was gonna say it's such a nice night. It's not windy at all, which it's not at times, even though there's a typhoon, like, well, passed through Japan. But it is a little bit windy, and I was gonna say it's not so hot, but I'm sweating like crazy. It's hot as hell. Tokyo summer is the worst. Aside from all the cars driving past and the train going by now, which is probably loud, I really like this scene over here. It's interesting. There's like a station over there I used to always see when I was commuting past here. And it's always closed. I don't know what it is. The lights are on now. There's a taxi over there, and for some reason it got in my mind that it was like the special station for the imperial family during a time when they would go to Meiji Jingu. But I have no idea. And maybe the lights are always on, but it's very cool looking over there. I'm gonna walk over a little bit. I really don't think it's anything as mystical as I was talking about. I mean, who knows, but it's closed off to the public. It looks cool. So I shot it again. I don't know. Well, I hope I could give you a good introduction to my Olympus 35 RC and a little bit of night shooting with Portra in Harajuku. And now I'm actually in Yoyogi, a Yoyogi station. I'm almost done with the film. I'll probably take a few shots on the way home, but I think I'm going to sign off. Anyhow, if you have any questions about this camera, feel free to post them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you feel like you want to see some more photo walks in Tokyo with film cameras. Yeah, until next time, I'm Andrew, and we'll see you again on Clock Country. Bye bye.